Hello, everyone, and welcome to a surprise Sunday Simply Colorful FiberCast. Today's date is March 11th, 2018. My name is Lynn Marquida, and I'm your host. Welcome. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon here in New England. We have been through a set of storms. March 11th, 2018. My name is Lynn Marquida, and I'm your host. Welcome. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon here in New England. We have been through a set of storms. 2018. My name is Lynn Marquida, and I'm your host. Welcome. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon. I am so out of practice. This month has been crazy with travel and with storms and power outages, and I'm sorry that I have not been consistent. And then I just left my PC on over there in the other part of the studio. And as you could hear, there was echoing. There's some sort of a delay. Anyway, welcome. Surprise. I hope you're well. I hope you've been creative while I've been gone. And I have so much to catch you up on. Some of it I'll catch you up on here, and others of it that's more personal will go on to Patreon, which is a site where we have subscribers to Simply Colorful, where we dive in a little bit deeper into what we're working on. We do some extra projects, do some extra videos, and I disclose some things about my life that are going to be changing over the next year. And I want to bring you along with me on the journey if you would like to go. So with that said, today is all about Dear Jane, and I'm just going to get into sewing. I have so much to bring you up on. I am making the C12 family reunion block. And I looked on my Dear Jane book. If you don't have this book and you want to make Dear Jane, this is the book to get. I'm turning it into a little diary, meaning when I do a block, I put a little piece of the fabric that I'm using and I write notes about what date I did, I finished it, and what I've been thinking about or what I've been working on, what's going on in my life. Today, we're going to do this just very simple because there are lots of 9 patches. Very simple family reunion, C12, if you want to work along with me. If you happen to be Sue out in Chicago, she's already down on row Z. She did this one a long time ago. And I printed out the paper piecing a guide, but I'm going to do it a faster way. I am going to string piece, string piece. I'm going to make lots of long, what are they called? I'm going to cut lots of long pieces and create those, cut them this way, and make my checkerboard. And then I'm going to sew it together. Before I go any further, Carol Lewin, hello if you're out there. I am sending your t-shirt once and for all to Bristol. I have your address right here, 25, yada, yada, yada. I won't give it out over the tube, but this will be the t-shirt that's coming on its way. Let me know what size you'd like if you want anything other than, this is an XL, but it's going in the mail tomorrow morning. For anyone else who would like a Simply Colorful t-shirt, you can get them through signing up through Patreon. Okay, so I just wanted Carol to know that, and I will pack this nicely away. I can put that under here. I can put this. On Patreon, they have this new lens product, apparently, that creators can use to show you the behind the scenes. And if you saw what was behind the scenes around here, it looks again like a tornado came through. But I know where everything is, and I know why everything is here and why there's a tornado. So I just have to go with it. Okay, but right now we are just getting my cutting area ready. Here. Let me get out a small little cutting utensil. And let me measure this. So the finished size of these blocks is 1/2 inch. Assuming I'm going to do 1/8 inch, I'm going to cut 3/4 inch strips. 1/8 inch seam allowances. And I could do something kind of fun. I could make green be the big green colors. In fact, I'm going to do that. So this one I'm cutting just right in half. These will be 1/2 yards. Let's see. Oh, I have okay, 2 inches. So let me make 4 2x2 inch squares. You would not believe, well, you probably would, what has been going on this week here in New England. We started out with a nor'easter last week. Remember, I think last Friday I had been to the Cape on Thursday to Chris's house, and we were about to have the first nor'easter. I have to stand up to get some leverage here. Well, that came and went, astronomically high tides, the worm moon, lots of damage around the coast, and trees down and power outages. Bob and I were fine here in Hopkinton for that storm. So we went through the weekend. Then come this week, sure enough, we had another nor'easter that came with heavy snow. My mother only got rain, but here in Hopkinton, we had heavy, wet snow, several inches of it, 10, 12 inches, and it took down all sorts of trees. And we happened to be here in an area where lots of trees went down and lots of lines, including a pole. This needs a new blade. A utility pole right up the street. And so we were out of power until last night when we came home. And then, believe it or not, I know I said I would fire up FiberCast right away, but we have been, so there are 4 pieces. Those are going to be my big pieces. I've spent all this time literally washing dishes, taking a shower. I took a shower, doing some laundry, and then I had to watch Sewing with Nancy and other things, such things. Now, I'm going to make these 3/4 inch wide. And these are really too short, but they'll work. In a perfect world, I'd have a couple of longer 3/4 inch strips. But there are 4. And I'll do these 2. Who of you out there is like me in that I've been quilting for so long and sewing, and I probably have ADD or whatever. I don't follow patterns anymore. Even though this is a beautiful pattern, and in a perfect world, I would cut out each little paper piece and I would put it down. But I just know that would take me forever. And I have so many things that I want to do. The machine quilting business, one of which is really getting off the ground with this machine quilting business. I have my Gamble Statler, and I have been using version 6. I think I may have mentioned that. And I'm going to training in April to learn version 7, the software on that. So before I get to training, I have to figure out how to download version 7 and onto which PC. I may actually buy a dedicated PC for that, is what I'm thinking. Because right now I have my work PC, which is a Dell. I should know what version it is. I love it. I love it. I love it. But I really can't mingle that powerful of a Statler CAD/CAM design PC application with my personal, or that's this business with my Dell work. So I have to figure that out. And I think it's easily fixed with a little research. Talk to my friends at Gamble and ask them what PCs they recommend. Because actually the Gamble Statler machine is based on Dell technology. Did you know that? So it will be very easy to pick a good one. Very compatible. KB, if you're out there, did you notice I bought myself one of these irons from Joann's? I don't love it, but the price was right. I'm curious what you think of yours. It's just not quite as heavy as that Black & Decker one I had. Okay, so here is 3/4 inch. And now I'm going to sew these colored 3/4 inch ones all the way down this. Now, how many do I need? I need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 patches. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut another one of these. Well, I can. One thing I should have mentioned that I didn't is if anyone happens to be out there, I know this is a bit of a surprise FiberCast, feel free to send me an email. I'm at lynn@simplycolorful.com. Tell me what you're working on. I'll say hi. And hopefully, you know, maybe we're finding a few new sewers by doing this on a Sunday. We'd love to have you join us. This is our 5th year of just doing virtual sewing bees together. Here on the web, it started out, frankly, as a way 5 years ago for me personally. Yes, it was about me. It usually is about me. To have some more fun. I was working a lot and doing high-tech marketing, and I really just wanted some more fun in my life. And I would have been sewing anyway in my studio, and I decided to, I ran out of bobbin thread. I decided to turn on the camera to keep me company. So you're keeping me company, and hopefully I'm keeping you company. And the result has been that I've done more sewing in the last 5 years, or 4 years and 3 months, than I ever would have without having the benefit of FiberCast. So thank you, all of you, for joining me and us on this creative journey. Yay! Oh, I bet you can't see that. This is Bernina. You see this? Hang on. There we go. I'm just winding the bobbin up here. It's very easy to do your bobbins on this Bernina. Almost done. Whew, that made a lot of noise. Thank you, Bernina. Oops. So here's this. And put that in. I cleaned out my lint just, when did I use this last? A few days ago. What was I doing? No, I couldn't have done it a few days ago. I didn't have electricity. But I did. Oh. I forget. Anyway, I cleaned out my bobbin area. There we go. So there shouldn't be too much lint in there right now. Okay. Plexiglass table here. Undo that. And now I'm sewing my 3/4 inch pieces together. But I'm only using 1/8 of an inch seam. Because then I'm going to cut it across and make our little 9 patches. They're mini 9 patches. Okay. So there I have a white and a green. So 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll do, since we need 5 of them. I'll do 1 more. Actually, I can fit 2 more on. We'll be fine. Deb, if you're out there, shout out to Deb, to you. And Carol, we definitely are going to do a sewing get together soon. Okay. So now I'm just, oh good, you can see this, can't you? Have my little ironing board right here, setting in my seam. And I'm pressing it toward the dark green. I think you're going to be surprised. This is going to look a little different because I'm not using white as my big background. I'm using my green squares. So it'll be interesting. It won't have much white in this square at all. Okay, so there's that. And now, oh, I see what I need to do. Lost my, here's this. I need to do white on one side and then green on the other side. I'll show you what I mean. On half of it. Okay. So here's this and this. So I did green on one half. And now I'm going to go down here and I'm going to put green. I did white on the one half and now I'm going to put green on the other. Oh, I tell you. Making sure to line these up okay. Okay. Here and here. Oh, it's been so long since I've sewn. Feels great to get back in the saddle. The machine sounds rough though. I think I mentioned last time I'm going to take her into the shop soon. Okay. So I will finger press this open. So there's my green. Those are going to be my green, white, green. pieces when I slice them across of my checkerboard. There's that. And now this one I will similarly finger press. I'm making sure to press in toward the dark so that once I do cut these apart, they're going to nest well, which is half the battle when you're doing these 9 patches, isn't it? Okay, so there's that. So now I have these 2 strips that now I have to slice this way to make my 9 patches. So it's 3/4 of an inch, right? Let's make sure that the middle, yep, man, 1/2 inch. Okay, so now I think I have to stand up a bit again. I went to my hairdresser on Thursday night, and her daughter was getting her wisdom teeth out. And I was so jealous because as soon as her daughter finished getting her wisdom teeth out, she drove up to York, Maine, to the water up in Maine to stay up there where they had electricity. Doesn't that sound great? Okay. So now I'm cutting 3/4 of an inch strips. Oh, we went to a basketball game at WPI last night. Congratulations to the Hopkinton High School basketball girls varsity team. They won another game. They live to tell and go to the next game. It was very fun to watch. Hi, honey. I am recording. You can come in. He said, no. No. Okay, so see this? We've got lots of these little pieces. Let's see how many we have so far. We have 1. Let's see. Oh, we want the white is like dark, so we want it this way on all of them. You see that? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the white, and I'm going to have enough. Okay. So guess who has to go to California on Tuesday morning? My Knights airport picks me up at 3:15 or 3:30 to get to Logan for a 6:30 flight. And then I go through Salt Lake City, and then I arrive in Sacramento by noon or 12:30 their time, which is really like 3:30 our time, right? So it's a good full day of flying. Hey, check this out. Okay. So I think we might be able to get a couple of Dear Jane blocks done. Ha! Look out, Sue Norton. There we go. That's what we have to sew together for our family reunion. Doesn't that look cool? Okay. And again, if I, yep. Since I press them the right way, the seams will nest. I have to remember to do 1/8 of an inch seams. And I'm going to do all 5 of this first one. These are tiny pieces. This is why paper piecing could be a good idea on this. That's okay. There we go. Can't believe how many times I've missed FiberCast this last month. Ugh. And it's going to happen again, which is why I brought the calendar over here, because I wanted to share with everyone a little bit about the schedule, including, do you believe this, next Friday night, the 16th of March, I land back at Logan at 7 p.m. and I'm on a shared van home. There's no way I will get from downtown Boston, Logan, back here to you in front of the camera in 50 minutes if I'm supposed to land. I land at 7. So I'm gonna have to get creative here. Maybe we do next Saturday or next Sunday. Okay, so now it's tiny. I'm just going to one at a time sew the next one on. Oh, dear Jane. Here's the next one. Here we go. Here's the third one. Finger press it. So what's new in your life? Oh, I should go check. You know what? Let me do this one seam, then I'll check the email. Again, send your notes to and pictures of what you're working on to lynn@simplycolorful.com. In fact, I think I saw a picture from Tove over in Norway. Let's see who's out there. Okay. Yes, it was Tove. Hi, Tove. I think you sent this. I know you sent this a few days ago. So maybe if you've tuned in again, I want to say thank you. Tove says, hello, Lynn and Fibercasters. I hope you all are doing well. She says, it's been a few weeks since my last mail, but didn't miss a single Fibercast. This is one addiction great having. Amen. And it's easy to have addictions that aren't great. So thank you. On my part too. She says the sewing weather continues in Norway, usually cold and great for indoors hobbies. I've made quite a few things since the last time. 2 cozy pants, a jacket, a dress, and some cute interior projects. My greatest achievement, says Tove, was a table runner and a square tablecloth for Easter. Ooh, she says picture of the green and yellow. They had a 45-degree angle cut on the border, which I've never done before, and they turned out fine. I bet they did. A nice mitered angle. Good for you. She said, I also had some pockets to hang on the wall, a tool roll, and Easter napkins. Can hardly find time to work. You and me both. She says, I can't wait until tomorrow morning to hear what you've been up to. Oh, hello. So it's a morning late or an evening late. She says, enjoy your weekend, Lynn. Take care. Hugs to the fellow followers as well. Tove from Bergen in Norway. I've been to Bergen. Do you know that? I'll have to tell you about that. P.S. The dress fits me snugly, not as wrinkly as on the doll. The doll seemed to have shrunk the last couple of years. Oh, that's cute. Oh, funny. Oh, pictures. Did the pictures not send? She says, here they go. Let me. Oh, that's so great. It's a needle case. Oops. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, this isn't going to do it justice. Look at that dress. Tove made that. I hope I'm saying your name right. And that's a needle case. And I know, Becca, we aren't seeing this very well yet. Oh, and that's to hang supplies on. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. You have been busy. I love the needle case has, what are the, oh, are these like Lorelei women? That fabric? Anyway, very neat. Oh, and here are some more pics. Oh, how cool are those? Look at that. This reminds me. Yesterday we went to, hey, Carol. Hello. Carol's out there. She says, hello, Lynn and fellow FiberCasters. Let me see this. And then I'll tell you about the story about Al at the doll making meeting. Carol says, what a pleasant surprise to see you sewing today. Yay. My electricity's back on. But it was on when we got home last night, Carol. Oh, we were so happy. She says, I'm just watching right now in between chores. Happy sewing, everyone, Carol O. You too. And I still have that bucket of fabric for you, which I will drop off soon. I'm thinking you and I should take a road trip. I'll give you the fabric. And then you and I should also, we should go visit Deb. Okay. I'm glad you're out there. Oh, back to the pants that Tove made, which are so cool. Oh, look at her table runner and look at that beautiful dining room you have. That is great. Oh, I love those. Very nice. Al, in my doll making club, last month, someone brought in some sequin stretchy fabric. And he brought it home saying it was a big piece of stretchy fabric. And it would make a great, evening dress for your doll or whatever, any of a number of costumes for your doll. Well, he decided to make his own pair of shorts, which he brought yesterday. And to the delight of all of us, he did not demo them. I was very thankful for that. But he got an A for creativity, and he was using up the fabric, and we all had a good little chuckle. And you know what he taught us yesterday? You know, we all take turns teaching each other things that we know, techniques, not necessarily related to doll making. He showed us how to make the one-stroke roses, where you dip your paintbrush into two colors. I bet Wendy down under with her rock painting, I bet she's done this before. I bet many of you have. But it's where you dip one half of your paintbrush in, say, white, and the other half in the color rose you want to do, like a pink, right? And then you go like this a few times to blend it together. So you end up having on your brush a gradation, white, pink, darker pink. Then you use these strokes to make the petals of your flowers. So, for example, these are what he did to show us how to do it. They look pretty dramatic, don't they? They're harder to do than you would think. In fact, he showed us step by step. He made us draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 circles on a paper and color it with paint. And then he made us draw a little center with very dark paint, just a little swoosh, and that would be the very inside of our rose. Then on each one, we did a brush stroke, and then we started each subsequent brush stroke on the next circle so that I could take this home. And it shows me the first brush stroke was up at the top. Then the second brush stroke was another one, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. And you get what I mean. So isn't that a cool teaching aid? And this was mine. It was terrible. I'll show you from afar. It was really bad, really harder to do than I thought. And here I was all set. I thought, oh, no problem. He'll teach us how to make roses. And our doll club meeting is 4 hours long. It goes from 10 to 2. And I thought, no sweat. I'm going to learn how to make a rose. And then I'm going to paint my newest dollhouse that I got at Joann Fabrics with my $50% off coupon. I'm going to decide, and so all I did was gesso it so far. And what I'm going to do is either put it on a pole, which I think I will, and low. I think I'm only going to put it up maybe 4 feet, 3 feet out in my flower garden out front and see what happens. But I'm thinking of doing flowers, maybe a rose. I don't know. I'm going to put a rose on it somewhere. So anyway, got off topic there. Thank you, Tove, for sparking the conversation. I love it. And I love that we can sew so many different things. In fact, a lot of people have been asking me about memory quilts, whether it's using clothing from loved ones, or whether it's just simply documenting or keeping a place of pictures from certain times in your life. I'm thinking of doing a class on that, maybe a pop-up type class. And I thought that would be fun, a fun way to use up fabric, a little bit different. You know, we don't have to go to the store to buy fabric. We can just use what we have on hand. Giving it a good press. I've decided not to use water in this one either, and it could be a mistake. I just have decided, I think I mentioned this, that when I put water in my irons, they leak. And inevitably, the water here has rust in it, and I get rust on my sewing. So I've taken to not doing that. But the result is probably not as good a crease as I could be getting. Which sometimes I use my spray starch, but not today, I guess. Okay, and there's that. So now we have our pieces, and you know what? So do you see what's happened here? I have my 9 patches that measure one size, probably, if I do the math, 1 3/4. But my squares here measure 2, because this I'm assuming a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and this I'm assuming an 1/8 of an inch seam allowance. So what I'm going to do is cut down my 2-inch ones to the size of these 9 patches. which is, yep, 1 3/4. Very doable. I'm glad I caught that. That would have been a pain to do by eyesight when I'm sewing. Okay, so that matches. Okay. So now we have same sizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doot, doot. Doot, doot. I'm going to web it just like we do our big seam, our big blocks. Eighth of an inch seam. There. You see that? And now we'll just sew these on. It's been nice to see all the college kids back home, whether they're just starting their vacation or they were here last week and they're going back to college. I know both Jean and Kelsey have kids that are visiting and have to go back to school tonight. Yeah. And there we go. We set this seam. Oops. These I should set too, just while I'm before finger pressing them. Okay. That goes there. There. That. Okay. There's that. 2 more seams, and then another Dear Jane block is done, and then we'll have to write in our diary here about how we did this on a Sunday because a nor'easter knocked out power. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So 3 nights. I guess it's not that bad. Okay. There's 1 seam. Given I'm doing 1/8 of an inch seams, I should probably reduce the size of my seam allowance or my stitch length. Okay. There we go. So, I'll show you the back of this too. You know, one good bonus is we don't have to spend time peeling off the paper piecing. That's a good thing. Now I just have to. This one I might starch. There is our C12 family reunion. Here's the back of it. Well, that was a fun one. So what we're going to do, because there's no time like the present, is I have my trusty glue here. And I should have a leftover green color here of fabric. Go. Okay. Now we need a pen. What will we say? First off, we'll put the date. So March 11th. March 11th, 2018. Made this block on a Sunday FiberCast, which had been postponed. So, which had been postponed from Friday, 11/10, Friday the 9th, due to a power outage. And yes, I could have gone and found us some power somewhere, but it would have been one of those remote types of approaches. And I had spent all day Friday at Patreon, at Panera Bread working. And I was tired. And I thought the likelihood of dragging my machine somewhere, I wasn't into it. So let's see. What else can we say about March 11th? It's sunny. There's still snow on the ground. Bob fixed the toilet this morning. As soon as we got power back on and we went to use the toilets, something happened. Toilet this morning. And the shower felt good. But enough about me. It felt good. Tove in Bergen, Norway, sent beautiful pictures of her work. And finally, Lynn is going to be sending the Simply Colorful t-shirt to Carol. So make sure you want an extra large. If you want a different size, let me know. It's going out tomorrow morning. And for anyone else, if you want a t-shirt, go to patreon.com/simplycolorful. I think that's about it for today. I want to thank you all for joining me. I feel better already. It's amazing what we can get done in 60 minutes. Has it been 60 minutes? Yep, almost. Have a great Sunday afternoon, everyone, and I will see you, if not next Friday, then maybe before or maybe after. Bye.